Game changer. I see you in here too, man. I'll probably bring you up right after this one too. All right, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
Blue
Yo,
Orange, what's up?
let me just say straight, man. Nigga, we in Palm Beach County, man. We ain't fucking around with this, man. All these straight ass niggas, man, they talking all kinds of shit. Let me tell you something. I know Fresh and Fit, okay? I'm local South Florida, okay? I know that boy is a bitch. Myron is straight up a bitch. I have called him out. He has deleted my comments. I have made comments on his videos. I've challenged him. 5 minutes, 5 rounds, MMA rules. Anytime that boy wants to come and swing, he knows he can come and get it. So I was the men's rights activist on Jubilee on the middle ground a couple weeks ago, and I straight up called him out, straight up called him a punk, straight up called him a He said nothing. The boy ran away. The boy does nothing. The boy is weak. And I know stories about him. I know local stories about him that other people don't know. Those niggas tried going to a Dolphins game. They was straight up ran out of Hard Rock, man. They was straight up ran out. The boy is weak. And I will tell Tater Boy, okay, Andrew Tate, I'll tell him the same thing. 5 minutes, 5 rounds, MMA rules. Anytime they want to get it. Anytime they want to come get it. But on a more serious note, listen, the way that men are treated in society, okay, the
real quick, hold your horses. You said a lot of stuff there. All right, man. As a man, do you think that is good to be, coming on a stream, saying the things that you're saying and threatening other podcasts and stuff like that? Do you think that's a manly thing to do? You're speaking about you're seeming like you're trying to come from a masculine standpoint of being, forthcoming and asserting yourself. That's fine and dandy. Any human being can do that. But do you think it's masculine to say what you just said and talk about other people behind their back when they're not in front of your face?
Well, I would say it's not so much not in front of his face. I mean, it's something that I said in a very public platform. I also think there's a level where it's appropriate to match tone with tone. So if someone presents themselves a certain way, then I'll match that kind of tone. But when someone is going out and they're abusing men and they're abusing people and they're bullying people and they're making that their platform and they're making money on the fact that they're insulting people, degrading people, then I think that person deserves a kind of response. And that's what they do on their platform. And that's what Andrew Tate does on his platform. What he does, he insults people, he abuses people, he degrades people, and he profits from it. So do I think that it's appropriate to call him out with a certain level of aggression? Yes, I do. Is that something that I would do on an ordinary day-to-day? No, it's not. But I think that when you have someone who makes a profit and makes a career out of pretending that they're helping men and pretending that there's some alpha male guide, but what they actually do is just abuse people, and they use their narcissistic personality to abuse people, then I think that does deserve.
Let me ask you another question. You said the N-word, I think, 2 or 3 times. And that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all when a white man uses the N-word. I'm Teflon. Nothing phases me. But there are many black men that they will punch you in your face instantly just by the nig. Once you get to the nig, you getting laid flat out. So with that being said, you're using these words on the internet. Totally fine. Do what you do. Free speech, right? My question for you is, would you have the same energy in person with another black man? Myron is black.
So this is kind of funny because this is very much a South Florida thing. And I did get checked, actually. I lived in LA for 5 years, and I got checked on that point. Here in Florida, like, you can say, like, it's just in Palm Beach County, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. That's
okay, and my question for you is, you think you're comfortable enough? That's what I just want to know, yes or no. You're comfortable enough with saying the N-word to other black people wherever, in person? That's all I'm saying. Are you that man enough to do it?
Oh, no. I mean, I would first of all, we would not see N-I-G-G-A in South Florida. To us, is not the N-word. And that's something
you're not answering my question, so I need a direct answer. It's very simple.
No. I mean, if I was someplace else, would I use that word? No, of course not.
Oh, got you. So don't do it. That's not manly like. If you wouldn't do it, in general, wherever you are, right? Meaning that if it's something that's part of your vocabulary, like you said, you're saying that it's from South Florida, something I do, it's my culture, right? Well, a man, he's not going to switch up for no one. Men, we don't switch up for anyone. So if I do something, let me finish. Let me land this home so you understand, my boy. when men do things, we don't switch up. We don't switch up our tone. The same way I speak to men, the same way I speak to women. And none of this energy changes. And people know this about me. Real quick. Listen. I want you to listen. Blue Orange, just listen real quick. Blue Orange, listen.
To a woman as you would to your mother.
Blue Orange, listen. So all I'm saying to you is, if you're not going to use the N-word regularly around black people when you're not in South Florida, why would you use it on a live stream? It doesn't prove anything. It makes you look silly if you're using it. Like, if you really that guy, right, and you use it on a live stream, use it everywhere. I'm letting you know that people, I'm Teflon. I don't give a freak who uses the word. It's not going to trigger me. I don't care, once again. But at the end of the day, for you will get checked on it.
You say that you would never change. You say you would never change, right? But would you talk to a woman on the street the same way you would talk to your mother?
Every woman that I meet, they get the same. I didn't even answer your question. I mean, it's an illogical question. It doesn't correlate, but I'll answer your question because it wasn't even a good question. I speak to every woman the same way I speak to my mother. I speak to every woman, right? What I was referring to is when I'm doing a podcast and I'm having debates, the same way I speak to men on live stream is the same way I speak to men in person. Nothing changes. The same way I speak to women on live stream, if we're having a debate, the same way I would speak to those women in person as well. Nothing changes. That's what real men do. You, on the other hand, you came on his live stream randomly. You're making threats about Myron from Fresh and Fit. You're making threats about Andrew Tate.
It wasn't a threat. It was an opportunity.
Okay, an opportunity to catch a fade and all of these things.
If he wants to accept. It's not a
Got
threat.
you. We have but the thing is, you're saying things on my platform. I've never spoken to Myron a day in my life. I don't know Myron personally. So you saying this on my stream, it doesn't do anything. I don't know the dude. I never met Andrew Tate. I don't know these people. So you coming in here and you're gossiping. What I'm trying to let you know, man, is very female behavior. This was what women do. Women make up gossip and want to get their voice heard and stuff like that, or try to destroy someone's character.
All right.
This is what women do, bro.
So let's change it up, because honestly, I like you. I respect you. I think actually you're a very serious dude. So let's have a very serious conversation. Right now in America, boys are falling behind in school in all subjects, all ages, all levels. And there are studies that show that boys get lower grades for the same work. And now we're seeing the repercussions of that. Men are falling behind in work. Men are less likely to own their own car. Men are less likely to own their own home. And men as a social class are becoming a secondary class. And
I got you, man. Look, you're trying to, I get what you're saying. You're switching the topic. You said that you are a men's rights activist, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, cool. So you're looking at the disenfranchised within men, like the school and things like that. Totally fine. I get that. Like, real quick, Blue Orange, once you came on a stream, it screamed feminine energy because you started gossiping about it. Did, bro? Just listen. It screamed feminine energy because you started gossiping and stuff like that. It screamed. You're saying words. Let me finish. You're saying words. You're using the N word, but you already said that you wouldn't use this N word to black people in their face. So that's your. Listen, man. You're not standing 10 toes down, and you're trying to switch the convo right now when you came on the stream.
I'm not trying to switch the convo. You want to talk about men in America.
I got this. I got you.
I'm saying,
I got you.
Men do not stand up and say.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna mute you so I can finish my point because I really wasn't cutting you off. You came on here and you started going off, right? You went off. Let me finish my point. I'm giving you my perspective. You came on here giving real feminine energy, gossiping and stuff like that. You came on here complaining about these other YouTube creators and stuff like that. You came on here using words, the N word, and I checked you and it said, would you use this word to people off stream in front of their face, other black people? You said, I would kind of switch it up. You said I would switch it up.
It depends.
Think about it. It depends on where you are. That's feminine behavior. It don't depend on where I am.
If I'm in Florida,
yo, Blue Orange.
If I'm in Cali,
Stop it, Blue Orange. You speaking to a real man. It don't depend on where I am. Don't matter where I am who I am. Everywhere I go, who I am. That's what real men are. So I'm trying to tell you, bro, what you're doing right now is feminine, man. It's feminine. Not only that, you're like harping on a disenfranchised. That's what women tend to go towards. They like harp on a disenfranchised, which is totally fine. But it's like, bro, I want to just let you know my perspective of you. It's the first time I'm speaking to you, bro. My perspective of you as a feminine man.
So let me ask you, do you think that men are punished more severely in the criminal court system for the same crime? Do you think men get longer sentences for the same crime on average? And do you think that's an issue?
Yeah, bro. They get longer sentences.
Okay, and what are you doing about that?
It's very simple. You're looking at the reactionary standpoint. I'm proactive. So what I do about that, this podcast, what we preach on here is, bro, don't be emotional like a woman and you wouldn't even have went to prison. What I speak about is to get men to avoid prison, not to be in prison and then come up with some kumbaya thing so they can cope after prison. Freak about the after prison stuff. That's not my standpoint. Mine is proactive, man.
I'm going to tell you, man, I like you. I think we should do stuff together. I think we should make more videos. I like you, man. I like your style. I like your
Listen, man, I'm going to be honest, man. I really, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I'm going to be honest, man.
You think I'm a feminine man? That's fine. That's cool. I've heard much worse. I guarantee you.
I know, bro. I'm going to get to some other callers in here, man, because this isn't really going anywhere and you're trying to obfuscate off of and go to some other topics and stuff like that. No. We can save that for another day if you want to speak about some men's activist type stuff. Okay, man? But I'll get to some other callers.
This will go somewhere. I think you know that.
Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. But I mean, bro, let's bring someone up. What's up? Talk to me. What you got?
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that guy. What was his name? Blue, Orange, something. There's a lot of people like that steps in, and they watch a lot of red pill manosphere stuff online, and they be the ones that's kind of like commenting and putting up the hate mail, and then they actually jump to another podcast and they'll say the podcast host said this about you. What do you think? Like they trying to start infighting with people that's pretty close to like the red pill philosophy or manosphere philosophy.
So you think that it was, it seemed like he had an agenda, but I mean, agenda or not, once he came in, it's feminine. I had to let him know to his face, like, bro, why are you doing this? This is clown behavior. Like, no, don't know real men, we don't act like this. Like if you saying an N-word on stream, okay, I'm not offended by it. I'm Teflon, but if you're not going to say it to me in person or say it to other people in person, as a man, you shouldn't be saying it at all. That's gay. We don't fold. We don't change. We stand 10 toes down on our principles. So the fact that your principles are flimsy and you're going to change the way you speak and change your behavior depending on the people that you are around, well, you're a woman. That's what chicks do.
Exactly. He came in super flimsy, super feminine. You could tell he's leftist, and it's like that's what they do. They come in and they'll talk about Myron, they'll talk about Andrew Tate, just to see what you would say. He was testing you because if you would have gave a negative response, then he would have went back to Myron or Andrew Tate chats and then start saying, "Oh, Fugazi don't like you. Fugazi don't like you." Like that's what they do to try to cause infighting so we can lose ground.
Yeah,
but he was acting like he was for pro female first, and then it's pro male. So he was like doing a Kamala Harris type stance.
Yeah, he was back and forth, man. And I mean, they messing with the wrong person. I'm not no gossiper. You're not gonna hear me speaking about someone that I don't know or someone that I never spoke on. No, women gossip, bro. And I had to let him know to his face, like, everything from the beginning you came in screamed gay. Screamed female. Then he tries to obfuscate off the topic and then start speaking about men's suffrage and stuff like that, and then go into all of these other things. I'm like, no. Listen. Your behavior, something is wrong with you, my friend. I want to let you know that you're feminine. So you can be standing up for men, looking at the disenfranchised, because that's what he was talking about. But you are a girl in a man's body. Homie was a transgender.
Yeah, and the thing that gets me is that these guys be like the leaders of the leftist movements. They be out there campaigning. They be out there snatching Trump signs off the ground. They be out there doing a lot of fugazi BS. You know what I'm saying? And and this is what my black people are following. Like, this is what bothered me the most, because these are the white
people
liberals.
follow him.
No, I'm saying this. I'm saying that ideology is what black people follow. Is a leftist ideology, which makes them vote Democrat. And a lot of black folks is in line with that. You see, the tactic that he done pulled, trying to do that here on No Fugazi, he do that in other places, and only the grifters of the red pill
will fold.
They will fold, and they'll fall, and they're the ones that get up there and they won't speak their mind. See, you, Cooley, you speak your mind. That's why I've been a follower since you had like 2,000 subscribers.
Yo, that's love, brother. That's love. That's love.
I've been here, right? And everybody that's like, they hold their ground, they put their spirituality in it, and they have a lot of substance in what they believe in. And those are the people that I like to follow, even though, Cooley, you're younger than me.
That's how I be sometimes, man.
You. Yeah, I will follow you. Why? Because you mentally you're stable. And on top of that, you're intelligent, obviously. You know, so if you had an idea, I would definitely be the type of guy that will follow. For
sure.
But that guy that just was on, he don't deserve a platform.
Yeah, man.
There's no way I'll follow that.
I appreciate the kind words, Raghazi. I appreciate the kind words for sure, man. Definitely humbling. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.